Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back. It's JLerone with JLerone Presents, where we talk about the facts, foolishness, and black female effery. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the Jeremy Hill show, where he talks about how black women are not, well, I'm sorry, how black men are not choosing black women, right? And it's it's um it's something to talk about because we saw back during the NFL draft, the past few years, these brothers are coming on stage when they get selected to the NFL. Um, they're all pretty much a lot of them. A lot of these brothers are having, white women on their arms, right? And the sisters are getting triggered about that, right? So, and there's been some speculation. A lot of black women been talking about it, and but there's a reason that black men are not checking for black women. There's a reason why black men are checking for white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, women of other nationalities and race. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this real quick and listen to what Jeremy Hill came up with, all right, and some women that were talking about it. So if you guys go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, share, it helps the channel grow. All right, and let's go ahead and get into this. Fair use, fair use.
With you about, ladies and gentlemen, especially you gentlemen, is how women always complain about men dating outside their race and always claim that men don't, especially black men in particular, don't want black women in particular. So I'm gonna go over this a little bit, and I want you to hear the first clip. We're gonna unpack some things right quick. 1 second as I get it up on your screen. Now dig this before you dig that so it can get dug.
I recently went to an event and there were about 1,000 people there. And of the couples that were there, about 95% of them were black men with non-black women. The person leading the event was a black man that was married to a white woman. I'd be lying if I said that seeing all of this at the same time was not triggering. This is pretty much what the dating scene looks like overall in LA. I've said it before.
Now here it is. If you see one thing, most men of color desire to marry within their own racial demographic. Now, every man has their own preference. If he chooses to date outside his race, that's okay. But I want to put something in your ear. The majority of the time that men are choosing white women or any other ethnic group over black women, if he is black, nowadays, it's because of the treatment that black men are receiving from the black woman. Black men are tired of dealing with the attitudes. Black men are tired of dealing with you being overweight. Black men are tired of you draining their energy. Black men are tired of you telling them that you do not want them. Black men are tired of having to try to force his ability to lead you upon you. So we go where we are wanted, celebrated, respected, and loved. We want to go where we are admired. We want to go where we are admired. Unfortunately, the American black woman now in the West lack that ability. They do not have the ability to please men at all. They don't know how to make a man's ego feel good. All black American women, in my most humble opinion, all they know is if they want to make a man feel good, sleep with him. They don't want to feed him by cooking. They don't want to clean up his house. They don't want to do anything that a man really wants a woman to do. So now, most men who are becoming passport bros, I think women think when a man becomes a passport bro, it's because he's looking for a white woman or someone who doesn't share his shade of color. There are a lot of black men who are passport bros who are still seeking black women. He just doesn't want a black woman that comes from the West because of the westernized mentality. It's a dog-eat-dog world when you deal with an American black woman or a modern woman in particular at all now. So most men are still going to the DR. They're going to Brazil. They're going to all these different places, still wanting to be with a black woman. He just wants one who has a traditional mindset. He wants a black woman that will respect him. And unfortunately, the American black man is not getting that from the black woman of today in the USA. Black women today have more than one child most times. At minimum, you may find a black woman who is unmarried with 2 children out of wedlock, 2 baby daddies, possibly 3 baby daddies now. And she's not going to be in shape. She expects you to always desire her, no matter how much weight she puts on. And you know, like I know, that's impossible. No man wants to be with a woman that is horribly out of shape. That's just the truth of it. Now you add the fact that you're out of shape with your unwillingness to cook, your unwillingness to clean, your unwillingness to be feminine. Nobody wants that. Now let's keep going.
Overall in LA.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think you are allowed to have whatever dating preferences you want. However, simultaneously, this is not the first black woman we've seen complaining that black men aren't dating black women. They're preferring non-black women. So if I were a black woman, I would want to know why exactly this is. I would want to sit down with some black men and ask them specifically, what is it about black women you're not as interested in, or what is it about non-black women you are interested in, and maybe use it as some cause for self-reflection. But all I ever see these black women do talking about the issue is complaining about it and hating on black men for having preferences.
And that's a problem, because even though, and this is the thing, black women don't want to know why. They will not go to a black man and try to find out why is it that, black men are not picking black women. They don't want to know what the problem is. Like this lady said, they just sit around each other and dog out black men, right? Not trying to get down to the root issue, because if they try to get down to their root issue, they will see that in a lot of times it's the women. They are the problem, but they don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that. Deep down inside, they know that they are the problem, but they don't want to hear it. So like this lady said, they will get in their little groups and just talk about black men. And it's going nowhere. They're not going to get anywhere by doing that.
There's going to be some musty back heifer who's going to be mad because that woman who said that is not a black woman.
Yep.
But what that woman is saying is everything that the black men are saying right now. Why won't you listen to the black man if you're a black woman? If you're a modern woman of any ethnic group, see, I'm going to tell you something. Men of different ethnic groups, white, Latino, black, they are all dealing with the same thing that I'm talking about. It's just that in the black community, it seems to be worse. And if you want to have a man, you have to understand what that man wants. So instead of complaining about men choosing other women, like this woman said, why don't you ask those women, since you're not going to ask the man, ask those women how they are able to attract and keep a black man if you're a black woman.
But if they do that, then they're going to hear that how these women are treating their men, and then they're just going to call these women pygmies, or mammies. So anyway it goes, a lot of these black women are just going to get in their feelings and their emotions because they know they can't do what these other women are doing to sustain a man, to keep a man. They can attract them. They can attract a man all day long. But as far as putting in the work, doing the work to keep a man, they can't, and they don't want to do it. They've gotten lazy and complacent to where they think, these women think that all they have to do is give a man some sex and then that's it. But that it's gonna take more than that, and that lets you know how little they devalue a man. You know what I'm saying? They think a man is just sex. All he wants is sex, and that's all they have to give him. But it's deeper than that, and they don't get it. They don't understand, and they don't want to understand.
You could put whatever race you are into whatever I'm saying right now, but I'm speaking to the black community. You ask these women who are white, who are Asian, who are Latin descent, ask them what they're doing. And I guarantee you, because I can tell you from experience, The majority of those women that are getting these type of men, they normally have a traditional mindset somewhere. They might not have a 100% traditional mindset, but it's enough to make a man attracted to their softness and to their femininity to the point where they want to be with them. Men want to feel safe just like women want to feel safe. Now, men are walking on eggshells around the modern woman. Men are scared to get married now, not because they have a lack of commitment towards a woman, but they are afraid of what the judge or what the judicial system would do to them in the event of a divorce. Men take the most risk now. And you keep bragging about, oh, we got more businesses now, we're women, we buy more homes now, but you're still not having all the risk a majority of the time, and it has been for centuries, eons. Men still make more money than you do. Men still have more power than you, even in the workforce. Even if you're at a supervisor position, I guarantee you there's a man running your business. We don't have too many businesses that are designed, founded, and completely ran by a woman. So that's why you need to start studying your competition. You need to start studying your counterparts and see what is it about them that makes men want them. You don't want to do it because once you see something that they do that you too lazy to do, you're going to condemn them for it. She wants to cook. Girl, it don't take all that. I ain't nobody's mama. Your mama don't live here. The other woman cleans. Oh, I ain't going to pick up off of you. You're a grown man. So everything that you see that these women are doing that the men are liking, you're going to condemn it because you're too lazy to do it. You're rebellious.
Yep, that's why it doesn't do any good to have these women talk to the white women or the Asian or the Hispanic women that are doing the things that the men like. You know what I'm saying? They like Jeremy said, these women are just going to, the black women are just going to get upset and say, I ain't your mama. You a grown man. You can pick up after yourself. You can cook for yourself because they're too lazy to do it. So even when these women, like I said, they don't want the man advice. They if they try to get advice from the women who are doing the work, they're just going to get mad at those women and talk about them. So it's useless at this point. It's useless. I mean, all you can do is just, if you're with a woman, a black woman who's on that hyena time, the only thing you can do is just walk away because you can't get through to them. They're not going to listen. You can try and say, well, this is the reason I'm leaving you. But I mean, okay, what good is it going to do? Because they're not going to listen. Just go ahead and leave and find you somebody. Find you a woman that's going to make you happy, even if it's, not a black woman, right? And that might piss a lot of people off. That might piss a lot of these pro-blacks and the black community off. But it's about your happiness as a man. And if the black community, if black women, if pro-blacks and all these other folks who say you need to be with a black woman, if they are really for black men, if they really care about you, all they want for you to do is to be happy. If you, if they're telling you you got to be with a black woman, and that black woman is hard to find, a good black woman is hard to find, then they don't care about your happiness. They just want you to be with a black woman just to say that, oh, this man is with a black woman. But in the end, if you're not happy, they don't care. They just want to say that they just want you to be with a black woman just to say that, it makes them feel better that you are with a black woman. It doesn't make you feel better because you're not happy. So, yeah, like I said, do what you got to do to be happy, black man. Do what you got to do to be happy, even if it's with, some other woman of a different race, nationality, whatever it takes, right?
You're stubborn. You don't want to make a man happy. And what's so funny about it, when you're a single woman, or if you're a single woman with kids, you cook. Majority of the time, some of y'all cook, y'all clean the house, if you're single or not. If you have a child, you still try to, if you're a good mama, you still cook for the kid and clean the house.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? If the kid is a young child. But when a man comes into that situation, now you don't want to do it. You want to withdraw all that. I don't know. Y'all just are so traumatized. Y'all got things so ass backwards. So when a man comes into your life, you refuse to do those things that you are already doing. You know why? Because you don't value men. You're selfish.
That's right.
You're not selfless. You're selfish.
He ain't lying. It's all about them. It becomes about them. Like he said, you will cook and clean for yourself. But when you get a man, you don't want to do any of that. Make that make sense.
And uneducated about relationships. That's the problem. Let's keep going. One more clip and we'll be out of here. Listen to what this gentleman has to say as I pull him up on your screen. 1 second, I'm looking for him. There he is.
I'm so sick of talking about this, but we about to talk about it one more time, and this is the last video I'm making on this. As a black man, you do not see me getting upset when a black woman wants to go choose a man of another race. If that dude makes her happy, that's great for her. And I'm willing to bet that many black men feel the same way I do. But when the opposite happens, oh Lord, some, not all black women, get in their emotional bag. And then they have this idiotic assumption that those black men just don't like black women. It doesn't even have to have anything to do with you. The problem is that some of you are so hurt about how society has done you, or how society's beauty standards have done things, or how just things have happened to you in general in your lives, that you are unable to accept the fact that maybe they're just not that into you. People are not factory defaulted to go like or be attracted to someone of the same ethnicity. It doesn't even mean that that black man does not like black women. That man just may be choosing who gives him peace. But some of you are so full of trauma that you can't understand that. And instead of trying to work on that trauma and use it for a better purpose, you out here sitting there blaming other people and getting mad because somebody don't want you. And I know somebody's going to sit there and say, well, the reasons for black women dating white men or other men are different than the reasons for black men doing it. We don't care about the reasons. If you want to do that, that's cool. Do your thing, just like we're going to do our thing. And that's that.
He told the truth, man. He told the truth. You're getting mad about the wrong thing.
Yep, absolutely did. And the brother was right. You know, like he said, when women get with white men, black men don't say nothing. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, I apologize for that. But yeah, when black men get with when white women, sorry, damn, I'm screwing this up. When black women get with white men, we don't say nothing. We just, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, as long as you're happy, you know what I'm saying? If we don't take it personally. If we don't get in our feelings about black women dating or marrying white men, Hispanic men, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't say nothing. But whenever a black man get with a woman that's not black, they throw a hissy fit, you know? But they swear up and down that they care about the black man, the black community, these Dr. Umar types, you know, swear up and down they love black men. But all they care about is how what they want to see is black men marrying black women. They want the aesthetic. They want that look. They want to say, well, we got all these black men marrying black women. But what they're not seeing is that a majority of these black men are not happy because the black woman is not doing her job in the home to secure it and make him happy. You know what I'm saying? They're not cooking, like my man was saying. They're not cooking. They're not cleaning. They're overweight. They won't listen. They have a bad attitude. A lot of these women are coming with 3 or 4 kids that don't listen, and the woman is not appreciative that man is providing a home for them, right? So it's all about the happy wife, happy life. But nobody cares if the man is happy or not. You know, and it's like Kevin Samuel said, black men need to do what's best for them, right? He said it. He said black men need to go and be happy, find happiness, even if you have to sell out. Those were Kevin's words, right before he passed. Rest in peace, Kevin. But he did say that. I want to say it was one of his last. I don't know, maybe somewhere in the last. Go back, his last 5 to 10 videos, somewhere up in there. He said it. He said it. He said black men need to find happiness, even if that means selling out. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw it. He saw the writing was on the wall that these black women were not going to compromise. These black women are not going to listen. They're not going to, get on a man's time and just try to be, the best that they can be for that man. You know what I'm saying? For their relationships. That he saw it, right? So, but yeah, you guys. But this is the reason. This is the reason why a lot of black men are not choosing black women. So you guys drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. All right. It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents. Please be good to yourself by all means. Let's be good to one another. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. I'll leave y'all with this right here.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
All right. And let me see. Yeah, I like this one.
Bitches stay pregnant. Ain't no good men, but these bitches stay pregnant. Ain't no good men, but these bitches stay pregnant. Ain't no good men, but these bitches stay pregnant. Yeah. You let them hit it raw, now you like that. You ain't had second thoughts, now you like that. Now you a single mom, I hope you like that. Last time I checked, you got 2 kids with 2 baby dads. I get more love from the bros than I get from my siblings. I get more love from these hoes than I get from my sister. Yeah, that's fucked up, so I roll and I inhale my feelings. I ain't fighting, that's a no, but these diamonds be hitting. Ain't no fist fights, all this weaponry. Check your tone before you check on me. Food stamps, but you addressing me. Last time I checked, you got 2 kids with 2 baby dads. Ain't you single, bitch? Girl, get off the internet and go and find your baby father. Front camera crying, adding music, and you posting it?
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
No cada, no nada, madre soltera. Y tienes 9 meses, madre soltera. No cada, no nada.
All right, you guys. Y'all have a nice, enjoy your weekend.